What is your purpose on this earth? It seems like one of the most overwhelming questions that we could ever ask ourselves, and it's the things that we spend a lifetime trying to understand what our purpose is. But I want to tell you that your purpose is not as difficult as you may think it is. The reason why is because we have multiple purposes in this life. We have many things that we are going to have to achieve in this life. It's the circle of life. It's that circle that keeps continuously changing and turning. You see, we have many purposes. It's not just like we have one purpose and boom, we're done. You know, it's not like the seeds that are on the ground right now. They have one purpose, and that is to grow another tree. We have many purposes. Take a little girl. This little girl's raised out in the middle of nowhere in Romania, and she has a purpose, and that is to inspire another little girl who becomes Mother Teresa. She didn't become Mother Teresa, she inspired someone, and that was her purpose, to inspire Mother Teresa. Then she may have children, and her new purpose is to raise those children to be incredible, to be great. She may be raising the next president of the United States. She may be creating and raising the next Einstein. So her purpose is solely as a parent to raise amazing individuals, amazing children. Then as her children grow up, she may completely change her purpose. She may spend her entire rest of her life and her next phase in her life, and her purpose is to find the cure for cancer. So you see, we have many purposes in life. We have different stages that we have to fulfill. I have been in Los Angeles, and I've always felt like my calling and my purpose in life was to help people on a grand level, on a massive level, to create change and be a game changer. But I have been in Los Angeles, and I have been creating these rock stars and creating these kid stars. Every time you turn on a television or you turn on the radio, you hear kids that I've worked with, and I call them kids because they're young. But my purpose in this part of my life was to be able to inspire one kid to make a change and to do something amazing in their life, that their voice could be used to create change. So my purpose has been fulfilled in those areas, and now I'm moving on to another phase in my life to be able to inspire game changers and life changers, and for people to walk in their greatness, to be able to tap in their greatness, change mindsets, to get over fears, to conquer things in their life, to be able to be incredible people in this world and in this life. So my purpose has shifted and has changed throughout history and through the time that I've been here in the past 17 years, the past 20 years, the past 30 years. So every year, a new change is going to come, a new thing is going to happen. We have new seasons in our life, so we fulfill different purposes. So your purpose is not as difficult as you may think it is, okay? Now, I've already talked about greatness in a previous video, and I'll make sure that we put a link to that either below or on the screen somewhere, so that you can go back and understand what greatness is and what your greatness is. See, your greatness can fuel your purposes because you use your gifts and your talents to fulfill purposes in life. And then you have your passions. What are your passions? Things are things that you love, all right? Your passions may not be what you're great at. You may love to sing, and you are the best karaoke singer in the planet, and that's all that you're gonna ever be, and that's quite all right. But see, your passion, if you guide it correctly and you guide it in the right way, it can feed your greatness. Your greatness could be that you are an incredible business person and that you have an ability to speak to people and to work with people. But you may love, and your passion is music, and you love to sing, but your greatness is not singing. But your passion for music and your love for music can take you, and if you take your greatness mixed with your passion, you can do something amazing in the music world. You could be a lawyer. You could be a PR person. You could be a music producer. You can be a director. There's many things that you can do in the music world, but you may not be the singer that you love to be. So your passions may not always be fueled by your greatness, but they can work together if you really work hard and bring those things together. Now, understanding what your greatness, your purpose, and your passion, those are three separate things, but yet when you work really hard, you can tie those things together. See, your greatness is tapping into your gifts and understanding what your greatest abilities are in your life and walking in that in complete 100% confidence and being able to walk with your head high and not looking back and just walking in those things. Your passions are things that you love in your life. Those are things that you are so passionate about. Whether you love creating artwork and you love to paint and you love to be a painter. Now you may never be a Picasso, but you love to paint. But your greatness may be, I don't know, let's say, oh, you're a designer, you're an architect. Well, you could begin to, in your greatness, be an architect, and then later on you can start diving in and using your passions within this realm. Your passions and your greatness can feed off of one another if you work it correctly. Then you've got your purpose. What is the purpose behind all of these things? Is your purpose to build these homes so that you can make a lot of money in order to be able to help sustain a certain person that is a game changer, building homes for orphanages? Or is your purpose to build those orphanages and to create a space for children to be able to have a wonderful life growing up? Or is your purpose just to make money and raise the next Einstein? You have many purposes in this world, you have many purposes in this life, and you have to figure out, okay, what are the things that I'm great at? What are my passions? And what is my circumstance that I'm in right now in my life? What am I, where am I? What is the situation that I am in? Am I raising a family? Do I have children sitting at home that are in grade school, that in elementary, and I've got to raise these kids? What is that? Your purpose is now becoming raising your children. But you also cannot forget about your gifts and your greatness and fulfilling the other purposes in your life. Don't get so sidetracked like this. One of the things that I've already discussed, and I'm going to bring it up again, is mediocre talent. Using your mediocrity that you feel that's mediocre to change the world, to fulfill purposes and to do amazing things. When you put your mind to something and you change your mindset around something, you can be incredible and great at that to fulfill your purpose. Don't be scared of purposes. If you will just keep showing up day after day and walking in your complete truth, and that you have your heart and your mind open, things will come to you. It's the law of attraction. You say, hey, I'm here, I'm willing, what is my purpose? Those purposes will start coming in. They're gonna start coming to you. And sometimes we're walking in our purpose and we don't even realize it. So don't get so caught up. See, I went to Bali this year, and you've heard me talk about it many times before, but I went there, and one of the biggest things was, what is your divine purpose? And what is it that you're supposed to be doing? What is that great picture supposed to look like? Well, let me just tell you, I know that I have many purposes. I know that you have many purposes. There's not just one purpose. Now, I may have one great purpose that is like at the top of the food chain. That is the main thing. That is the cherry on top of the ice cream. That is my main purpose in life, and everything is going to feed up to that. But see, there's little trails that are going to lead up to that main purpose. So all those things that you've got going on in your life will feed into a main purpose. See, I've got passions, and then through my passions, I'm going to have purposes. So I love animals, I love kids, and I love elderly people. So when I cannot wait to have a huge farm that is going to be a rescue center for animals, that they can come and they can live out the remainder of their life in peace and serenity. And I want to be able to take kids from all over the country, foster kids, kids who are going through bad situations, kids who are trying to find themselves, find their self-esteem, place them at my farm, help them take care of these animals so it feeds into their life, it changes their lives, it gives them reason, it gives them a reason to be on this planet. So my love for animals, my love for children have a purpose. But see, it's going to feed that greater purpose, and my greater purpose is to create change in this world, to create top tier level people who are living in full purpose of their life and living in their full greatness. So go out there, don't get caught up in your purpose and your greatness and your passions. Just show up day after day. Every single day, keep showing up. What am I supposed to be doing in this life? What am I supposed to be doing right now? And live in that and do it to the best of your ability. I promise you, the purposes, you may not even know what your purpose is, what you just did. You don't even know what that effect is going to be. 10 years from now. There's a ripple effect. So keep showing up, doing what you're doing. I've got teachers who fed into my life in 4th grade that fed into me and who I am right now. And I'm being a game changer. You know, I will never forget someone talking about Billy Graham. And I think the story of Billy Graham, and he's one of our big spiritual leaders in this world. And that somebody got him to come, and I believe this is the story that I heard, and I could be telling this incorrectly, but whether it's Billy Graham or anyone else in this life, that doesn't really matter. But somebody brought him, and he came to a service. He came to a kid's little ministry thing just to get a popsicle every Sunday at church. He didn't know anything about spiritualness. He didn't understand the universe and how it works. But he came to get that popsicle, and that person would go and get him and drive and pick him up and bring him to church so he could get his popsicle. And he has become one of the biggest spiritual leaders of our time. So just remember, the smallest little detail has a rippling effect, and that was your purpose at that moment, in that time, to feed into that child so he could become something great, or she may become something great. So remember, stay showing up. Get into your purpose. I have chills thinking about the effects that you have in people's life. It is so amazing that ripple effect, that smallest little thing that you feed into someone can have a rippling effect that can change the entire universe and can change the world. So go be a light to this world. Go be a change maker and keep fulfilling your purpose every day by showing up and being a change. Remember, I want you guys to subscribe, click on that little bell, and I want you to watch the videos and share them with every single person that you know and be a game changer. And that could be your purpose, is just by showing something that changes somebody's life. You never know what your purpose is going to be, and you may never know the effects that you're going to have in someone's life. So just keep showing up and keep sharing. For God's sake, keep sharing these videos and keep subscribing. Tell people to subscribe to hear this message. Peace out, and God bless you.